I'm back. We're back. If you're just joining us, how humid is it outside today? It's that level of humidity. This is my selfie. I'm getting a lot of mileage out of that picture. That's my selfie. Well, welcome all of you to Happy Half Hour. I am Carolyn Tack, as you know. And I think if my hair gets any longer, I'm going to look like Cousin It. And for those youngins out there, if you don't know who Cousin It is, you'll have to look it up. Today is a special episode. Why? Because it's our 10th episode. 10 weeks. Oh, Lori, you're here. Hooray. I'm so glad you're here. So yes, today is our 10th episode. I can't even believe it myself. And because it's our 10th episode, and I'll say this a few times as more people start showing up, because it is our 10th episode, today's trivia will all be Happy Half Hour trivia. So you get to play along with Happy Half Hour trivia. I hope you're all ready. Just so that everybody remembers, that's the selfie, and so you're just going to have to deal with this hair today because I can't really do much about it. Lots of things to cover today, lots of things to cover. So the first thing I want to, oh, Mary Jean, thank you. 10 episodes. I can't believe it's been that long either. That is a really long time, and I can't believe it myself. But we're still here. I am thrilled to have all of you. Welcome back to the Happy Half Hour. And shout out to all our Merrick patrons. I hope that you guys are staying healthy and staying safe and wearing your masks and just being careful out there because we're in a tricky opening time period right now. So just make sure that you're staying safe and wearing your masks if you can. Okay, so today, as I said, 10th episode. I took off last week. I had some things to do. As one of our viewers, Irene, mentioned, Lita, I see you. Thank you. How are you? I love you, Lita. 10 episodes. If you had told me 13 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, whatever it was, that I would be doing this, I would not have believed you. So having said that, I hope everybody's good. We have a lot to cover today. And those of you who are just joining us today, today is, thank you, Ellen. Gloria, I can't believe it's been that long. Because it's the 10th episode of the Happy Half Hour, we're going to do our trivia today. I've got a trivia test questions, and it's all about the Happy Half Hour. So if you've been following along on some of the episodes, these questions should be a snap for you. We'll see. Oh no, here's our friend, our special guest. He's always here with us, making sure that everybody is good. So we're back. Thank you all for coming. Lots of things to cover. First thing is, if you go to the Merrick Library website, we have a brand new website. So that's new and exciting. And I'm thrilled that everybody can check it out. Go to the Merrick Library website. You'll see all kinds of really good things on there, including a service that we're offering. Oh, nope, sorry, wrong one. A new service that we're offering called Delivery. And if you go onto the Merrick Library website, you can actually request your books. You fill out this little form, and it goes right to us. And we facilitate the request. All of the instructions are there, so I would definitely want to check that out. And before I go any further, I do want to share my beverage this evening. And to celebrate our 10th week and to celebrate all of you, I have some new swag. I have a little Happy Half Hour koozie that's around my canned version of Dr. Pepper. Yes, Dr. Pepper still comes in a can. So thank you, Amy. These are pretty cool, aren't they? Thank you. I appreciate it. Amy likes my glasses. They work. That's the most important part about them, is that they actually work. If I take them off, we have a little bit of a problem, which is probably good because I don't really want to look at myself if I don't have to. Okay, so this is my new koozie, my new swag for the happy half hour, and I hope you all like it. Somebody gave this to me. It is my friend Billy of Billy's Boredom Busters. He designed the ads for me and made this fabulous thing, and I am thrilled to be able to. It just so happened that it's the 10th episode, so I'm thrilled to be able to share that. So everybody, happy 10th. Boy, is that good. So it is called a koozie. I don't know exactly why it's called that. So if you have anybody out there who knows, you can put it in the, you want one too, Lori? Yes. Billy's Boredom Busters. Billy is a man of many talents. Hold on, I have his, I gotta find it. It's here somewhere. He is a man of many talents, and I had an ad, I had a little thing for him, and now I can't find it. All right, well, I'll find it and I'll share it with you. Here it is. Billy's Boredom Busters. You can follow him weekly on the Merrick Library homepage. You can also follow Billy on the YouTube channel, and he makes all kinds of crafts. And one of the things he did today was he gave step-by-step instructions for summer reading. I am running out of toner again. So the background behind Billy, I believe it's supposed to be green, but it's yellow. So at first I wasn't sure if I had, too much canned Dr. Pepper. So I don't know. I don't think so. It was supposed to be green, but now it's yellow. So this Billy, fabulous Billy, needs his own marketing. So he created this for me, and it keeps my beverage very cold. So I am grateful, and cheers. And yes, Lori, I don't know, maybe for a small fee, right? His intellectual capital. So happy 10 weeks. Well, 10th episode, I guess. So we'll drink to that. We will, just so you know, my husband is steaming wallpaper off one of the rooms upstairs. So if you hear a lot of noise and banging, and hopefully he won't be swearing, you will, don't be alarmed. Okay, so summer reading starts. If you follow Billy Boredom's Busters weekly on the Facebook channel, he created a very easy, user-friendly, step-by-step guide on today's Facebook page, which is Friday the 12th. And it tells you how to sign up, and it tells you how to do all these. I'm going to bring that a little closer. You can, anybody can sign up. You've got Young Adventurers, which is ages 0 through 4, and then it goes from there up to the adult challenges, which is 18 plus. We already have, I don't know if Mia is on, she can, yes, he does need a teddy bear. Denise, if you give him that teddy bear hug, I don't know. He might not want us to be friends anymore. Yes, so you can go to the website, and Billy created this incredible slideshow, which gives you the step-by-step instructions. You can also just go to the website, and it's there. We have a lot of people who have already signed up. So please, if you are interested, it's really fun. There's prizes, and I can talk more about that later on if you have any questions about it. But you can find that on the website and also on the Facebook page. So you can sign up at any time there, which is great. And it's really fun. I can't participate because I work here, but I kind of keep my own challenges going anyway, right? So 183 total readers signed up. Amazing. That is really amazing. So summer reading, start your engines, get ready, find stuff on Hoopla, and you can also, while you're waiting, reading stuff on Hoopla, you can request material and have them delivered to your home. That's for Merrick patrons. So Merrick patrons, go to the website and you can get more information there. And we had a little bit of a trial this week just to see how it went, and it seems to go really well, and everybody seems to really like it. It's hard because there's a lot of material that you guys want. We are thrilled. So just bear with us because there's a lot of stuff that's going out. We're thrilled. And we get to see you and talk to you and all that stuff. So that is amazing. So that is summer reading and our Deliver Read program. So we drop the books off at your house. And if you have any more questions, I can answer those in the chat. Also, Billy, I didn't even get that far into my Dr. Pepper yet, and already he's upside down. Okay. 183 readers. Lita signed up with Belmore. That's amazing. Lori, you can sign up anytime. I think the dates are, hold on. June 15th, you can sign up June 15th. And although people are signing up now, so it doesn't matter. You guys can go ahead and sign up if you're Merrick people. Something that's coming up very soon, book discussion. I'm having trouble with my printer, so you can see it kind of cut off. Hedy Lamar here, but that's July 1st via Zoom, and it's The Only Woman in the Room by Marie Benedict. You can find the sign up to this Zoom event on Facebook page, and if you're on my mailing list for book discussions, I've already sent you the link and the little registration thing that you have to fill out. So I hope to see you there. Last month we did In the Time of the Butterflies by Julia Alvarez, and we had 30 of you show up on Zoom. And let me just tell you, it was so wonderful to see you guys. We ran almost 2 hours. I was so happy to see everybody, and we had a really, really, really good time. So because it is our 10th anniversary, it's not our 10th anniversary, it's our 10th show, our trivia today will be all about the happy half hour. So, yeah, Lori, I think it's mostly Cirque who is doing the delivering. So that's pretty much how that's going right now. But listen, you can see me anytime. You know how to FaceTime me. You've got all my numbers, baby. Okay, so we're gonna do a happy half hour trivia. You ready? First question. What was the date of the first, I can't get the light right, here we go. What was the date of the first happy half hour episode? So we've had 10 episodes. What was the date of the first happy half hour episode? Was it March 20th, March 27th, or April 3rd? So we're celebrating the Big Ten. Big Ten, who knew? I didn't know we would be having this much fun. So it's the Big Ten. And yes, Lita, In the Time of the Butterflies was great. And one of the best things about that book was not only how amazing it was, but that there was no waiting list for it. So it really worked out great. So what was the date of the first happy half hour episode? March 20th, March 27th, or April 3rd? I also want to remind people to check out our Pinterest page. And that is our staff member, Michelle. She is the curator of a lot of this really amazing content that's in there. We kind of give her the stuff and she sets it all up. So it's like a staff picks page, but it's on Pinterest. So you're going to want to see that, which is amazing. So thank you, Michelle. We've already got some people writing in March 27th. Ellen is saying April 3rd. So let's see what else we have here. Don't forget, you want your magazines? RB Digital. It's amazing. It's a great little site. And I always get to see Adam Driver. So I kind of keep this slide forever because it's my favorite thing. One of my favorite things. Okay. So the question is, what was the date of the first happy half hour episode? Was it March 20th, March 27th, or April 3rd. And if Emma and Alexa are watching, I'm wearing my bracelet. See, I get good swag. I get good stuff. Okay. And as you know, whether you get the answer or you right or wrong, unfortunately, I only found out about your half hour with you about 3 to 4 weeks ago, but I'm glad I did. Lita, don't worry. You should guess anyway, because you're smart. You'll figure it out. I know how smart you are. The first date of the Happy Half Hour episode, what do we got here? April 3rd, March 27th, April 3rd, 4/3. It was actually March 27th. So if you got it right, and if you didn't, don't worry, because this thing is keeping my Frosty Dr. Pepper nice and cold. It's even pink. I don't know if you could see that it's a pink because it's Dr. Pepper. So the answer is March 27th, which seems shocking to me. Yes, you're the winner, Billy. Look at you. You know what? I'm going to give you a koozie. Do you want a koozie? You can have this one. Okay. I think I called it a koozie. That's okay. Start laughing because it was pretty funny. So Happy Half Hour started on March 27th on a fluke. I was thinking, well, you know, we've got Facebook Live. I'm not really camera shy, although perhaps I should be, but I'm not camera shy. Let's just do this. How can we reach out and talk to the patrons and all the people that come to the book discussions and all these other things? And here we are still. And I did get some emails asking where the heck I was last week. Donut Day, remember, it was National Donut Day. Okay, so we got that question answered. I had a pen. Oh, here it is. Okay, so that's that question done. Next question. Ready? Who was my first executive producer? So when I started the show, I had an executive producer. Was it Billy? Was it Michelle? Or was it Lori? So I had an executive producer when we first started, and I will let you figure out if it was Billy, Michelle, or Lori. And I remember the first time we did, so it happens every time we do these episodes, is that I get so nervous beforehand. Even with the book discussions, I get really crazy and nervous. And I remember texting 1,000 people like, I'm so nervous. And I'm still nervous every time, because most of the time I come out and then I we'll go back and look at it, and all I see is this. Which really, actually, if you consider it, this isn't such a bad thing. It's either that or this, and I would rather do that. Okay. So the next question, executive producer. Was it Billy, Michelle, or Lori? All right, let's see. I got some comments coming in here. Miera says Lori. Lita says Lori. Lita, just love you. Love you. All right, I'm not going to say. Billy says Lori. Wow, it could almost be unanimous. Mary Jean, you are well. Listen, as my hair gets longer, as I said, I'm going to be cousin it pretty soon. So this piece of hair is just going to come right in front of my face, which is probably a good thing when you think about it. And actually Lori's here, so she can't really vote because I know she knows who the person is. Okay, so we'll come back to that in a second. So one of the things, I have some very exciting news besides the summer reading, which is really just a great thing. The best thing about what we're doing for summer reading this year, let me find that again, is that we are doing it virtually. So it doesn't matter if you can't get out of the house. It doesn't matter that you're home. You can still participate by filling out that form and following along with all of the amazing events that we have planned, right? So one of the things that's exciting about the 10th episode is that I get to tell you about the summer reading. It's just amazing and fabulous. And you need something? You're good. And there it is, magical reading. Pretty cool. So we have so many events planned. We'll let you know what that is. Please check the Facebook page. Keep checking that because there's all kinds of stuff there that you're not going to want to miss. And it'll tell you about the different parties that we're having, virtual parties and all of that. So that's very good. Okay. So the question was, who is my first executive producer? And my first executive producer, Billy, Michelle, or Lori? Billy. Now, yes, it was not Billy. It was Lori. So all of you who got Lori got the answer right. So cheers to all of you. And if you win and you're from Merrick, you get to sign up for summer reading. See? Who says we don't give prizes here? We give you plenty of prizes. So there's that. Okay. This is a very funny question because who knew that it would really be a thing? How long did the first Happy Half Hour run? So 10 episodes ago, our first episode, how long did it run? Did it run for 32 minutes? Did it run for 35 minutes? Or did it run for 39 minutes? The funny thing about this question is that it was supposed to be a happy half hour. And obviously on the first episode, I ran over. So 32, 35, or 39. I'll wait to see your responses. And while you're chatting along in there, if something you're reading that you want to share with the group, throw it in there and we will share that with the group. Okay, how long did the first episode run? 32 minutes, 35 minutes, or 39 minutes? One of the great things besides doing the book discussion, which I love doing these, incredible group of people that come out, patrons and comments, and everybody is super smart. And it's really amazing. Shannon says 39, lead it. Because you know what? Most of the people who know me know that I'm probably going to go long no matter what. Okay. So one of the other things that I do is I do a podcast. And a true joy to do a podcast. So one of the good things about being home is that I have the studio all set up to do my recording. And what's great about that is where I have it set up, it's pretty quiet and I have excellent sound and it just sounds great. So I've done already 4 since we've been working from home. And so I'm going to tell you, there it is, Top Shelf at Merrick Library Podcast. You can find us on your phone. When you go to your cell phone, there's a little purple button that says, it's an app that says podcasts. Put in Top Shelf, put in Merrick Library, and it's going to pop up and you can start listening. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. It's amazing. And I will tell you that after all of these episodes, which I just recently recorded the 41st, I can't believe it, the 41st episode, I've gotten much better. Or at least I think I've gotten much better. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I think I've gotten much better. Okay, so Top Shelf at Merrick Library. And the next podcast I'm going to launch, it's probably next week, was with Catherine Ryan Howard. And where we talk about The Nothing Man, which is a book about a serial killer. And we also talk about Mindhunter and a couple of other really, thriller things. She is from Ireland and she was amazing. What a delight. It got so much, she's just a doll. What a wonderful person. And the best thing about this is that The Nothing Man comes out on August 20th. But you know what? That's okay. You can go to Hoopla and you can get these other books that are featured right here. I still can't get this right. 10 episodes and I still don't know how to do this. You can read these books right here. Now, I loved Rewind, amazing, so good. Quick reads, smart, interesting, and they're chillers. I mean, let's just face it, they are chillers, and that's what makes me happy. So thank you, Lori. Thank you. She's like one of my biggest fans. Love you, Lori. So that's coming up soon. Again, she is from Ireland, and we had quite a conversation, and she's just so funny and sweet, and you'd never know that, there's all this other stuff going on. And I believe that The Nothing Man is going to be a really big book this year. So you might want to catch up while you're waiting for that. Get your feet wet with Rewind and Distress Signals, and fun. So before I go to the next person that I interviewed, how long did the first happy half hour run? We've got 39:39. And the answer is, believe it or not, 32. 32 minutes. Your choices were 32, 35, and 39. I would have guessed 39 also. It was 32. So for those of you who guessed 39, okay, it was 32. And I remember looking at it at the time, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I ran over. I'm going to lose people. They're not going to be interested. And here we are. But the next question is very funny. The next question is, what was the longest happy half hour episode? So if the shortest was 32 minutes and I was already over by 2, what was the longest happy half hour episode? Ready? Okay. Was it, let's see if somebody else is coming. Lori. Longest happy half hour episode. Of all of the 10 episodes, all of the 10, was it 56 minutes, 57 minutes, or 59 minutes? So, look, it's already 5:27 and I'm already going to go over. So please feel free to go sit outside and take your beverage with you. But I do thank you for coming, watching, allowing me to be the talking head in your life for an hour or less, or let's hope it's not more than that. But of all the things you could be watching, you're here, and I'm very happy, and I'm glad to see all of you. Even though I can't see you, but I can see you in the comments. So please make sure you comment, because it's nice to see everybody. We've got 50. Well, see, live television. There goes my podcast. So that may be a trivia question later. What episode did the Merrick Library podcast sign call? We've got 57, 56, 59, 57, 57. Longest happy half hour episode. I will tell you after this. So podcast, which is amazing. I love it. It's so fun and so fun. And it's interesting because you get to hear the authors. They talk about their book, and we start talking about other things, and it becomes just it's just a great thing to do, and to talk to the authors. And I like to push these authors. And Marianne, how you doing, lady? Look at you. Marianne, this is our 10th episode. We're doing happy half hour trivia. So get your little fingers ready to start typing. And I do have new swag. It's a koozie, although before you miss me, call it cozy. So that's kind of just funny. You'll have to trust me on that. I don't know if you can tell that the can is pink. I don't know what that says there. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. So what was the longest happy half hour episode? Was it 56, 57, or 59 minutes? Okay, it looks like, actually, we have a winner. And it looks like it is Michelle with 59 minutes. I mean, I this could run over 59 minutes for all I know, but I will try to get you out of here in an hour because it seems like it's a beautiful day. I was out there briefly, and then this is what happened to my hair. So you're all along for this ride. The answer is 59 minutes. And the best part about that 59 minutes is that I still had most of you staying for the whole time. So cheers to all of you. Marianne, check out my little koozie that our staff member Billy from Billy's Boredom Busters created. And he made a koozie for me. So that's good because a couple of weeks ago I used a coconut, and then the other times I drank Dr. Pepper out of my really fancy wine glass. Now I get to do the summer thing and have the koozie. So cheers, Marianne. I'm glad to see you. I'm happy you're here. I miss you. And I didn't know, but I think I was on it. Was it Long Island Reads with the guest author? You're so smart, Marianne. There were 2 authors actually that came through, which may be a question later. Yeah, it's awesome. Isn't that cute? I love it. Oh yeah. 59 minutes is the answer, Michelle. Congratulations. Maybe you'll get one of these really beautiful bracelets like I have. All right. What else do we have? So that question is done. We did the happy half hour. Oh, okay. So I'm going to ask you another question. Which Pulitzer Prize winning author do I have a photograph with? Do I have a photograph with Jane Smiley, Elizabeth Strout, or Alice Munro? Which Pulitzer Prize winning author do I have a photo with? Did I take a picture with Jane Smiley, who is 9 feet tall, Alice Munro, she's a little taller than me, or Elizabeth Strout? One of them I have a photograph with because I remembered to take my camera out. One of them I met in person and was so embarrassing. I forgot to take a picture. So, you know, that's just me. What am I going to tell you? All right. So we talked about this podcast. That's probably going to roll next week. And I don't know, we'll either put it on the Facebook website or I'll post it somewhere. I do have a podcast page on Twitter, which is great. And I'll post it there, but I'll also let you guys know when that is up and running, because trust me, that is 30 minutes of this young lady. That is amazing. I've listened to it to myself so many times because she's just wonderful, and she's got an Irish brogue, and oh, she's just great. But yesterday, was yesterday Thursday? Wednesday, I interviewed this guy. Okay, Casual Turnbow. What a wonderful interview! What a wonderful book! This is one of my favorite genres. Literary science fiction. Now, before you run away with your hair on fire, I don't read science fiction. This is literary science fiction. So if you remember when we had author Erica Swiler came on and joined us for one of our happy half hours, she wrote a book called The Light from Other Stars, and that was literary science fiction. But you could still wrap your head around it. What Cadwell has done is, so he writes a lot of short stories, and he writes a lot of short stories for science fiction magazines, of which I read. But then he wrote this novel called The Lesson. And this came out last year, and we kept trying to meet and get dates together, and we just weren't able to do it. But this time, of course, we're all home, so it was easy. And this book, what I love about this book is that you can get this on Hoopla. First of all, let me just stop right there and say, wonderful things. You can find it on Hoopla. What he does is he puts his book, it is a cast of characters that talk about, so it's colonialism, right? Obviously. And these aliens come down, but it's not your traditional aliens come down to Earth story, which is why it's literary science fiction. But it does have these strong elements of colonialism. And But it also talks about regular families, just like the light from other stars. And he has his set in the Virgin Islands. And what's amazing about that is that it's only now recently that more and more books have been setting their stories in the Virgin Islands. Washington Black by S.E. Edugen, which if you haven't read that book, holy smoke, is that good. That takes place 1800s, Barbados sugar plantation. He does a similar thing. He kind of goes back in time, and you get the view of one of the ambassadors from the alien nation talking about the colonialism and the occupation of the Virgin Islands. I'm telling you, you can't put it down. Okay, there's a little bit of violence because colonialism and they're aliens. So, but having said that, please check it out. You can, there's no wait. You can read it on Hoopla. I'm telling you, it was so good. And he is just a delight. I loved him, and he was on Wednesday, and that's coming up. I'll probably post that in a few weeks because I have to edit it. And the problem when I edit is that I get so wrapped up in the conversation, I forget where I'm supposed to edit. So that's just how it rolls. That's just how it works. So if you haven't, if you're looking for something to read that's different, if you're having a reading slump, pop into Hoopla and download this book. It is not, like I said, literary science fiction. It is not a challenge where it's sort of that heavy science fiction where they talk about things that you're just like, I don't really understand any of this, but it doesn't matter. So it's not a space opera, which I love space operas, but I think this is well worth your read. And I was able to get a lot of other information out of him about new projects, but I'm not telling you what that is. So I am a huge fan now, and I hope you will be too. So that was this week. Gracious, wonderful, fabulous superstar. Really a superstar. Okay. Cadwell. Great. So who is the Pulitzer Prize winning author that I have a photo with? And it looks like everybody got the same answer. Elizabeth Strout. Look at her. Oh my God. I mean, I can't even tell you how great she was. I was like, I don't think my feet touched the floor. It was just, it was a moment. I remember after it happened, I called my sister and I'm like, you're not going to believe who I met. So anyway, it was really fabulous. But I did meet in person Jane Smiley at a book event, and she was so nice, smart. And I mean, she's another, both of them brilliant and just approachable and fabulous. And, you feel like the ugly duckling when you stand with them and chat with them, because you're like, what could I possibly say? But Jane Smiley was sitting across the table, and she kind of got up to sign my book. And she's very tall, but I didn't realize how tall she was. And she stood up, and I said, oh, it's so nice to meet you. And I shook her hand, and then I'm like, it's very nice to meet you. If I can embarrass myself, I will find a way. So all of you guys who got Elizabeth Strout, cheers. It's not as glamorous to drink out of a can, so we'll see next week. Maybe I'll go back to my Capri Sun and I'll put it in a different device so I can use my koozie. So we got that question done. All right, here's another one. What episode did our consistent guest make his first appearance? I want to thank Billy for this question, because this I thought was a great question. When did the tiger make his first appearance on the Happy Half Hour? He's so good, right? He's been here all the time. He waits until we're done, ready, and then he shows up. So, and of course, if you've been following the Joe Exotic news, you know about Carol Baskin and that whole story that she wound up getting all the property, the zoo, the whole thing. She got it all. I don't know, who do you root for in that? Who do you root for? I'm not going to say because Carol Baskin's watching. Okay, so when did the Tiger make his first appearance? Was he episode 1? Was he episode 2? Or was he episode 3? Okay, he's tired. He's going to go lay down. All right. So that was, of course, I lose my papers all the time. Then last week on the podcast, I had the pleasure of interviewing R.L. Mazes. I don't know if you could see that. Yes, Toner Challenged. I interviewed her for Other People's Pets, and she wrote this book of short stories last year, We Love Anderson Cooper. Both of these are on Libby, but they are not on Hoopla. Other People's Pets comes out July 14th or 13th, and what I will be doing is probably publishing that episode right around the time that book comes out, Other People's Pets. Oddly enough, or interestingly enough, We Love Anderson Cooper, the paperback version comes out the same day as the hardcover. RL is from Queens originally, and now she lives in Colorado. And she has said that she misses the city a little bit. And another, just a delight. I mean, authors are really, they're great. And I can't believe they say yes when I ask them to participate on the podcast, and when they do, and we have a great time. Shannon, Shannon, yes. Oh my God, we love Shannon. Oh God. Shannon says episode 1. Lori says episode 1. Denise says episode 1. And Mary Jean says on the very first happy half hour. Well, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So while you're waiting, you can get We Love Anderson Cooper on Libby. Other People's Pets is a really, there's 2 5-star reads I have so far this year. The first one is Deacon King Kong by James McBride. If you haven't read that book, you have to find it. You have to read it. It is amazing. It takes place 1969 Brooklyn in Red Hook. So yeah, I have a connection, and not that kind of connection. I mean, I just have a connection to Brooklyn. Oh dear. But he won the award for, I can't think of the name of it right now, but he's a wonderful, wonderful writer. And that was my first 5-star read of 2020. Deacon King Kong. I know you're thinking, what the heck is that book about? But it is a historical fiction piece. It takes place in Red Hook, but there's also pieces in Bay Ridge and Flatbush. And it's about the community living in Red Hook and the sort of the start of organized crime moving into this Black community. It is funny. It is heartbreaking, but man, there are scenes in there I'm just laughed my butt off. And he writes incredibly well. He's just fabulous. So that was my first 5-star read, and my second was Other People's Pets. But that book, Other People's Pets, is not for everyone. And I've heard mixed reviews about it, but I think it's great. But, right, we can't please everybody all the time. Okay, what else do I have here? Okay, what was when did our tiger first make his appearance? Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and the answer is, it popped up on episode 1. And Tiger Mania was everywhere. And I remember Billy saying to me, you got to watch The Tiger King. And I thought, okay, and there was just something urgent about it. And we watched it. So me and the kids and my husband watched it. And then at some point, my husband's like, this is not for me. He was out of there. And the 3 of us sat there and we kept saying, we were binge watching it. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. So we kind of got all crazy. And there's a TikTok video that my daughter shows me that just will instantly turn my frown upside down of this little girl talking about Carol Baskin. And it is hysterical. If you know which one it is, good for you. That's all I got. Now, the next trivia question. One of the book expos that I went to, I met I met a bunch of authors. Okay, whoopee. Which famous author signed a book for my dad? Was it James Patterson, David Baldacci, or John Grisham. So one of those signed a book for my dad, and you go. Let's see what you think. No, he doesn't, Denise. I don't think so. Which one of the famous authors signed a book for my dad? David Baldacci, James Patterson, or John Grisham? And all answers are welcome. Even if you didn't see the episode, throw out your choice. Good, we're coming to the end, 5:45. Don't forget, Billy's Boredom Busters are weekly. Don't forget, look at Pinterest. This is curated content that Michelle puts together for all the librarians, and you can read, you want to search for thrillers or beach reads or whatever it is. This is where you'll go to find it. Since you can't get into the building, it's here on the Pinterest page. Don't forget to sign up for summer reading. This is going to be great. We're doing it virtual, and I got to tell you, the way Mira and Christine have set it up, it's great. Mira, you're a rock star. So both of you ladies are amazing. Don't forget to sign up for that, and don't forget to sign up for our delivery service, which I lost the slide for that. Does this happen like every time I'm doing this? I lose my slides. Here we go. Go to the website, sign up for your delivery. You can call a phone number and get books that way. You can text us, and you can fill out the form. Is probably the easiest way to do it, because then it just goes right to the deliveries and we can expedite as quickly as possible. So definitely do that. And don't forget the book discussion with me on July 1st. Let me just tell you something about this book. It's just so great. It is a time bender, but listen, Marie Benedict picks women that are extremely notable. So she did the other Einstein, and there was another one that she wrote about Carnegie's maid. And then this is the most recent, but she's actually working on another one, which I think is probably going to be published in the fall. So on Hoopla, Source Books publishes it, and Source Books has a pretty good situation because they put a lot of their books on Hoopla, so you can find a lot of their stuff there. I actually can't put this book down, so I will read everything Marie Benedict writes because it's about strong women in history, and by strong, they're super, super intellectual, smart, and have come into their own despite incredible odds. So anyway, July 1st. If you're not on my mailing list, throw your email in the chat, or send an email to merricklibrary.org and I will add you. Yes, Lita, they did do a PBS special about her. And yeah, Benedict I don't know, she's great. She's really good. She has a little bit of that Fiona Davis thing where she picks these pieces, these time specific historical pieces of fiction, and it's really great. So who was the famous author who signed a book for my father? Lori says Patterson. I got a couple of Pattersons. I got a couple of Grishams. And the answer is this guy, John Grisham. And next week I will show you, because I have a picture somewhere in my phone of the autograph and what he wrote to my dad. I'm going to see if I can find it now. But I will definitely, here it is. He wrote, I don't know if you could see it, Happy Father's Day, Joe. John Grisham. That's pretty cool, right? Happy Father's Day, Joe, for Camino Island. So that was pretty great that he did that. Oh, here's the cover. If you could see that. It's weird. And that's what he wrote. So the answer was John Grisham. Oops. And here it goes. Okay. And what time? Oh, we got 5:50. I could break my record here. I have a few other questions, but I think I'm just going to wait and use, all right, one last question, and then I will let you guys all go. Wait. Boy, is that good. Okay. We started the quizzes by accident, right? We started the quizzes by accident. What was the first quiz that we did on the Happy Half Hour? Like 10 episodes. What was the first quiz that we did? Did we do a quiz, if you could remember, which was the first one? Was it Academy Awards? Was it Earth Day? Or was it Pulitzer Prize trivia? So what was the first quiz theme of Happy Half Hour? And that kind of kicked everything off after that. So Irene, oh, Diane, look at you, Diane. I see you. Oh, Billy's telling me I can put extra questions in the comments and reveal the answers next week. But you know what? After all this Dr. Pepper, I don't really know that I'm going to be able to do that. So, you know, we'll see. 5:51. Earth Day, Academy Awards, Earth Day, Pulitzer Prize. Oh my, we got a lot of good choices here. The first quiz that kicked it all off. And we had so much fun doing it. I didn't expect it to be that good. We did donuts. We did all kinds of crazy things. What was the first quiz theme of Happy Half Hour? Anybody else? Pulitzer, Earth Day, Academy Awards, Earth Day. Oh, wait. Mary Jean, what are you reading? Lori, what are you reading? Diane, what are you reading? Ladies, throw your books in there before we have to sign off, because I want to break my 59-minute record. I don't want to break it. I want to keep it that way. The first themed quiz for Happy Half Hour, the one that started the whole thing and kicked it all off, was it Earth Day, Academy Awards, or Pulitzer Prize trivia? And the answer is, somebody got it right here. 2 people got it right, I think. Yes, 2 of you got it right. Earth Day. And if you remember, I hung up a little, well, all right, there it is. I don't know if you can see the globe, right? I had them all over the house, and for a long time, oh, there it is, yay! I had them hanging up all over. Kids helped me hang them, my husband, everybody was, and this is the only one that I left up because it's the least obtrusive. So let's see, what do we got here? Girl in Translation. Oh, good, Mary Jean. That's good. Do you love it? Is it good? Lori's starting The Secret Life of Aaron Burr. I love hearing that. That's amazing. Who else is out there? Diane, are you reading anything? I am going back and rereading parts of The Only Woman in the Room, which is the book we're going to be talking about. And I'm also reading the new Britt Bennett book, which is amazing. And she is, it's called The Vanishing Half. So that's out now, and boy, is it good. All right, guys, so the answer to the quiz is Earth Day. That was the first one. That's the one that kicked it all off. And bye, Billy. Bye, Debbie. Bye, Denise. Who else is here? Not at this time. Bye-bye, Denise. Mwah. All right, that's it. So remember, summer reading, go to the website for that. Remember to go to the website for getting your deliveries, ordering your books on the website. Remember to come to the Zoom book discussion. You can find all of that information on the Facebook page, and you can also find it on the event calendar on the brand new Merrick Library website. Thank you all for coming. I am so appreciative. Thank you for making the 10th episode fabulous. And thank you to Billy for my amazing koozie. Beautiful. I'm gonna cheers to all of you for 10. Thank you to all the Merrick Library patrons. We can't wait to see you. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks to Merrick Library Director Dan Chusmere and Assistant Director Diane Bondi, and to the Merrick Library Board of Directors. You guys are awesome and so supportive, and we are appreciative. So I will see you all next week. Mwah. And look at that, 5:55, we did all right. All right, guys, I'm out, and I will see you soon.